be a very short, brief presentation today because there's a couple of things that I want to highlight. You're probably familiar with our program, so I'm just going to do quickly here. So if you're a business and you have physical damages or a non-profit organization, you can borrow up to $2 million. And the same is for if you have economic injury. If you're a small business and a private nonprofit, then you can borrow up to $2 million. And for homeowners, there are loans up to $200,000. And if you're a homeowner and a renter, you can get up to $40,000 for loans to repair or replace personal property. So the great thing is that we're not a commercial bank, so we can offer these really great interest rates. As you can see, businesses as low as 3% and nonprofits as low as 2.75%, homeowners and renters as low as 1.188%. And then you see there for economic injury disaster loans for IDLs, the businesses are as low as 3%. And nonprofit IDLs are as low as 2.75%. So, and another great feature is that we don't require collateral for up to $25,000 for loans or less. And also that's the same for economic injury disaster loans, no collateral up to $25,000 or less. We do take real estate as collateral when it is available. But we don't decline a loan because of lack of collateral. But we do ask that you pledge if you have collateral and you show it to us that it's available. And so criteria for, there are 3 criteria for a loan approval. First of all, eligibility, which is being in a declared county. And then also a satisfactory credit, which is satisfactory to SBA. And we also look at the repayment ability, because you do have to pay back your loan, even though we can give you up to 30 years to pay back a loan. And this is numbers from yesterday, and this for Hurricane Sally Recovery Aid. So far, SBA has approved $28.5 million in recovery aid, and we approved 713 loans. And how to apply. This is very important. Deadline is December 1st. And as you can see here, to our website, you can go there and you can download an application, you can take an application and fill it out, or you can write it in right there online. And it's disasterloan.sba.gov. And if you need help with SBA, we do have a customer service center, which is open 7 days a week. And you can phone in there where you can get one-on-one assistance if you need help, for instance, to fill out your application or if you have questions. And the number is 800-659-2955. And also you can email to FOCE-help@sba.gov. And also we do have in-person assistance at one of our business recovery centers. And we really encourage you to go there to get in-person assistance. So we have one business recovery center in Fort Walton Beach and another one in Pensacola. And this location in Pensacola is going to be temporarily closed, and it's going to close today at 5 p.m. and it will reopen November 5th at 8 a.m. And this is due to that they need the facility and use it as a polling place for the upcoming presidential election. But as I said, you can go to Fort Walton Beach, the Fort Walton Beach Business Recovery Center instead. And we're open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we really urge people to go there. You get, expertise help, how to fill in your application, what to think about when you fill it in, and make sure that you don't miss anything. And also, if you have any questions, I'm open for questions.
Thanks, Cecilia. I'm not sure if it's actually streaming live, but I appreciate you putting your contact information in the slide presentation, because we will post this to our page if for some reason it did not go actually live, so they can get in contact with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Dave Mace. I'm a media relations specialist with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And the biggest news we can provide to you right now is that we're currently down to 1 month left in the registration period for individuals and households to register for individual assistance for Hurricane Sally losses. December 1st is the deadline to register, and it's very important that you not wait until the last minute. Obviously, it's a busy time of year right now with Halloween tomorrow and Election Day on Tuesday, but and I know it might seem like December 1st is a long way away, but it's not. It's going to be on us before you know it. So it's really important to register if you had, if you're a homeowner or a renter and you had losses as a result of Hurricane Sally. You can register very easily online at disasterassistance, all one word, .gov. That's disasterassistance.gov. Or you can call our toll-free line, 800-621-3362. That's 800-621-FEMA. That's another easy way to register. Both of those processes, either online or over the phone, should take you maybe 20 minutes to do. It's helpful to have information when you go to do that. Obviously your address, the address of the damaged property, an address where you can be reached if you're no longer at that property, phone number, a bank routing number. You can get that off one of your checks. That's really important because as a rule, where we've gone electronic, we don't send out checks unless there's absolutely no other way to get the money to you. So a bank routing number is helpful. Also, your homeowner's insurance, your insurance policy number is good information to have, because we will be asking for it. Under federal law, we can't duplicate any payments that you get from your insurance for your losses. So we will be asking you if you have insurance and if you have settled with your insurance company or not. Another way you can register is by going to FEMA.gov or to your app store and downloading the FEMA app, putting it on your tablet. That's a very, very easy thing to do. And once you've got that, not only do you have the ability to register using the FEMA app, but also the FEMA app can provide you with other valuable information, how to find one of our mobile sites if you need to speak to somebody in person, how to protect yourself in disasters, alerts, other valuable information that can really help you out if a disaster is looming. The most important thing, though, is, as I said, to get that registration done before December 1st. That is the deadline to register. When you register, you will be contacted about an inspection. You may also be sent an SBA application, and that's not a mistake. And please don't throw it out or think that, well, I'm not a small business. I'm not supposed to be getting an SBA application. As you just heard, the SBA does make loans to homeowners. And one of the important things that the SBA does in partnership with FEMA is they help us decide if you can't afford a loan, if a loan's not something that you can take on, you may be eligible for a grant from FEMA, but the only way you can access that grant is if you fill out the SBA loan package and apply for their loan and get turned down. Even if you fill out the SBA loan package and you decide, no, I don't want to take a loan, if they offer it to me, there's no penalty to you at all. It's important. We can't stress this enough. If you get an SBA loan package and you're a homeowner or a renter, please fill it out and return it, because if you don't, you could be leaving FEMA grant money on the table. And obviously that's something we don't want to see happen to you. If you're qualified and you're eligible for additional grants after you go through the SBA process, you may qualify for up to a significant amount of money to help you with other needs that aren't covered in the standard FEMA housing grant. So please, if you do receive your SBA loan package, as I said before, don't assume that it's a mistake. Don't say, "Oh, I'm not a business. I don't have any need for a small business loan." It's also a home loan application, and that's really important that you turn it back in. So far, FEMA has registered 4,700 households, and we've approved just over $19.8 million in grants for those households. So as you can see, we're doing our part to try and get funds to people who need help in their recovery as quickly as we can. So far, we've inspected just over 8,800 homes, and we're continuing our work in the field in terms of getting inspections completed. So if you're waiting for an inspection, or if you've gotten a call from or an email from somebody who's trying to get in touch with you about doing an inspection of your home, please stay in touch with them or get back to them as soon as you can to schedule that. We're obviously doing everything we can to make that process as quickly as smooth and quick as we can. If you haven't registered yet, again, do it by December 1st. That's the deadline. The sooner you get it started, the sooner we can start helping you. And I'm happy to take any questions if there are any.
Thanks, David. A couple of questions that I've heard. Like I said, I'm not for sure we're going Facebook Live, but we will post this. So if there's a way for people to contact FEMA with questions, if you could type that in the chat and I will copy that over. But one of the questions I thought, what are some of the main reasons that someone would be turned down for FEMA help?
Well, the primary reason anybody who applies will get a letter telling you whether you've been accepted, and if so, for how much assistance you've been approved. One of the main reasons why you would get a letter that's saying that you haven't been approved for financial assistance is we haven't gotten your insurance information. As I said, we can't duplicate payments for the same damage that your insurance is paying you for. So until your insurance settlement is complete and we have a record of what the insurance company is paid for, FEMA can't provide assistance. Now, after the insurance company settles with you, we may be able to provide assistance for uninsured losses. But until the insurance settlement is finalized and we have records of it, we won't be able to provide assistance because, as I said, federal law prohibits us from duplicating insurance payments.
So do you think some people don't realize that they need to settle with their insurance before?
Hopefully when they're filling the application out to register, they're being asked for their insurance company, and it's clear why we're asking. We need that information. If you go to one of our mobile registration intake centers, and we obviously understand that in a pandemic environment, not everybody necessarily wants to go and meet in person, but some people do. And if you go to one of our mobile registration centers to speak to somebody, they will in fact be asking you about that, whether or not you have insurance, and if so, have you settled your insurance with your insurance company?
Right.
We've got, let me see, how many centers do we have? 5. Bay County at the Sharon J. Sheffield Park at 901 Ohio Avenue in Lynn Haven. In Escambia County, the Marie Young Wedgwood Community Center, 6405 Wagner Road in Pennsylvania. At the Lexington Terrace Community Center, 700 South Old Corey Road in Pensacola. The Escambia County Equestrian Center at 7750 Mobile Highway in Pensacola. Okaloosa County at the Northwest Florida Fairgrounds, 1958 Lewis Turner Boulevard in Fort Walton Beach, and in Santa Rosa County at the Gulf Breeze Community Center, 800 Shoreline Drive, Gulf Breeze, Florida. These centers are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Starting on this Sunday, they had been open on Sundays. This Sunday they will not be open. They are going to Monday through Saturday only, and the only exception to the 9 to 5 p.m. Hours is the center in Bay County at Lynn Haven. That will be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for answering that. That makes it a little more clear. Cecilia or Julie, did y'all think of anything else you wanted to add? You're on mute, Julie.
Hi, my name's Julie Garrett. I'm a public affairs specialist for SBA. And I just wanted to add something to what David said. When you are told by FEMA to apply for SBA, I know it's confusing because we're the Small Business Administration, but in times of disaster, we help homeowners and renters as well. So when FEMA tells you to apply to SBA, I want you to know that it's free to apply. You're under no obligation to accept the loan if your application is approved. And like David said, if your application isn't approved, we send you back to FEMA for additional grant consideration. So when FEMA says apply to SBA, please do that, because we can send you back to FEMA for the potential for more grants if you're turned down. And if you're not, you have up to 2 months to decide whether to take the loan. You can turn it down initially, and because your application is in the door before the deadline, because you already applied, you have 6 months to change your mind and reactivate your application. And that really comes in handy sometimes, because as people start making their repairs, they'll find that there's additional damages that they didn't know about at first as their contractor starts working. And sometimes you'll find you do need a little more money than you thought you did to make those repairs. So having that loan kind of in your back pocket as a potential tool for your recovery is really useful for people. So I encourage you, just like David said, to please follow through with that application and apply. Right now, only about 76% of people who are being told by FEMA to apply to SBA are actually applying. So that means 1 in 4 people who have damage aren't going to keep going through the FEMA process, and we really don't want to see that. We want you to access as much federal assistance to help you get back and to help you recover.
Thanks, Julie. That's good information. Now, if they were to receive one of the loans, like when does, and you may have mentioned that, but it just hit me that might be something people are curious about, is when are those payments, like when do they start being due? Does it depend?
Okay. Well, when people apply, it usually takes us, excuse me, from 1 to 3 weeks to process their application. You know, business loan is usually a faster process. So that's about how long it takes to apply. I'm sorry, I'm so spacey. What did you just ask me, China? The timing of that?
Like the timing of, like when they
I have so much on my mind. We're getting ready for Zeta.
to start, when do they have to start repaying?
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
So they have, you don't have to make your first payment until about 5 months from when you sign your promissory note. So we give you a little bit of a break. You don't start making the payments until hopefully you've gotten your repairs made. So you really do have some time. And with FEMA, you can't finish the process until you have your insurance settlement. But with SBA, we encourage you to apply right away. You don't have to wait for your insurance settlement, because SBA will make the loan before you get your insurance settlement, and then you'll just assign your settlement to pay down your loan. So you don't have to wait for your insurance to start the SBA process.
Good information. Good information. If that's it, I mean, do y'all have any other comments that you want to add today? I think the Friday, other than my computer having an issue with going live, I think Fridays at noon is a good time to catch people, and people have time to kind of work on this for the weekend. So we appreciate y'all taking time to do this, and we'll see y'all next Friday at noon.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.